the directory, our denominational directory of pastors, and there's 321 pastors in there. And we divided it up between 8 of us. So everybody had about 40 pastors to call. And if they needed phone time, I just put like $10 American onto their phone account. And we tried to call all of them, and probably reached a good part of them between all of us, and just to ask how they're doing and to pray for them. And so that was appreciated too.
The response to that was very positive, and I don't think that had ever happened to those pastors before. They were just like, wow, somebody actually called just to ask how I'm doing and to pray for me. That's pretty special.
Oh, absolutely.
It helped us to know better how everyone was doing, because we kept track of the calls and things they'd asked us to pray for.
Now, we have been able to help in some way through redirecting some project funds. Do you want to talk a little bit about what that's looked like in terms of some relief for pastors through the seminary?
Yeah, so we looked at, pastors who would be the most vulnerable, people who didn't have somebody else living with them, people with some kind of a handicap, seniors, but also with children. And so all in all, we're able to distribute about 60 baskets around the country. And so we asked for input, from the different regions, whom would you recommend? And we kind of compared that to other lists of people who'd already given, baskets. And so we did that. And it was probably like 2 weeks to a month of groceries. So that helps a little bit. We were able to do that, and maintains contact and lets people know that you care.
For sure. It's great. And thanks to those watching for your generous support of our COVID appeal, which has gone to support those type of initiatives. Bill and Janice want to take a few minutes just to acknowledge some of the people that are watching and want to send their greetings and prayers to you. So Nancy Webb says hello. Michael Waddell and Dennis Shearman say it's good to see you, praying for you. The Bostons are watching and acknowledge just how difficult it is to hear the effect that this is having on people in the global south. Stella Ng, faithful audience member for CBM Calling, is going to be praying. We appreciate your prayers. Yeah, lots of people. Oh, and of course, very close to you, this is Patty Nacho.
Blythewood Baptist.
Blythewood, yeah.
Oh, Blythewood, your partner church, excellent. Abby, who's been there with the Sent team. Yes. Thank you all for your greetings and for your prayers and your support of the work we do in partnership with the local church in Bolivia. And the people that Bill and Janice have the privilege of coming alongside and helping to equip, empower, and serve. What else would you want us to know, want people watching in Canada to hear about what ministry looks like right now? Is there anything else that you can share about what life looks like, what ministry looks like right now?
Most of it looks like it's done online, on Zoom or Skype. Yeah. We've been continuing our language classes too on Skype from the same language school we were attending before. So that's an additional challenge. But it's been good to keep up a little bit more of the Spanish.
Yeah, I think just the general uncertainty around things, there's no end in sight. Numbers are still going up. One of the guys in my pay-to-pay group, he didn't take part in the last training event. He says, I'm focused on my family. He has a son who's a doctor. His daughter-in-law has COVID. He has a niece who's a doctor. She has COVID. And so understandably, he's focused on his family. And so just the sense that people here, including ourselves, would have is, yeah, you're here, you're doing what you can, you keep doing some training events, but in the back of your mind always is this COVID that's right there and just around the corner, and affecting many people that
Okay, so I have two more questions related. and they're questions I'm sure people that are watching and will be watching want answers to. So question 1 is, it's really 1A and 1B. Part A, how can we be praying for you? And then part B, how can we be praying for our brothers and sisters in Bolivia? I think we want, listening to what's going on, we want to make sure that we're remembering that, yeah, we need to be praying for you and our friends in Bolivia.
I'd
Anything
say
in particular?
safety and health, that we don't get sick, and also emotionally, just because the stress at times can really play in your mind
Yeah.
a lot. So just for peace of mind, for health, we're in the process of getting our permanent visas. So prayer that gets done quickly. And as far as praying for pastors and their families, I think a lot of it would be the same, just the health, that we'd be able to help a little bit, or that they would, that churches would provide for their pastors as well. Just peace of mind, health, and emotional health as well.
Yeah, for
Just
sure.
the frustration of not being able to minister to people in person.
Most of the time it's okay, but once in a while you feel a little off, and then you wonder if you're getting COVID or not.
I'm sure it's always.
And then if you were, what would I do?
Right.
Yeah. And it's probably the same for a lot of people here.
Yeah. Be assured of our prayers and our support for all those things, and for continued ministry through the local church and through your support and mentorship. Know that just as you're telling pastors in Bolivia that they're not alone, your partners in Canada would say the same to you, I'm sure.
That's the main thing I'm on the lookout for, is just always on this page, who's the next person, who are we praying for, any news today. And then we can help a little bit, but I mean, it's really not a whole lot. Usually what we try to give, and we've been limiting it to people who actually test positive for COVID, and pastors who test positive for COVID. Wow. And not even wives and children, or family. Wow. And so, but $100, which helps a little bit. Or in the case of the students this morning, was just some money to help with medication. But always kind of looking at whatever, it's the COVID watch. But it's a COVID watch to see who's got it, not just the stats.
I mean, if you're watching and you'd like to give financially to support this ministry, you can support the Dycks in their team support. You can support the COVID appeal, which is going some to Bolivia to support pastors that you've heard about. We continue to try to do what we can to equip local churches to meet the needs of the most vulnerable all over the world. So thank you for that generous support. And thanks, Bill and Janice, for being guests today, and for sharing, I guess, so authentically and sincerely about what the situation is for you right now in Bolivia. And know again that your partners here in Canada are with you. This coming Thursday, CBM Calling is back, and we're going to be talking about active in mission, which is the walk, bike, run, kayak-a-thon, whatever, raising funds to support clean water and latrines in rural El Salvador in this time, which continues to be an issue. Even COVID hasn't changed that. So we'll talk more about that on Thursday. But I think for now, that is it. So anything else you'd like to say, Bill and Janice?
I briefly thought of doing that, but I thought I might drive Janice crazy walking around the house incessantly trying to raise money. But
how many laps of the apartment can you
do?
I think just to say thank you to everybody who's watching. Thank you for the support. Thank you for your support of us, for the ministry in Bolivia, and for the support of CBM as well.
Yeah, thank you.
And thank you for praying.
Yeah, we certainly know that there's a lot of people behind us.
Absolutely. Well, blessings, and we will talk soon.
Yes.
Take care.
See you later.